in the days ahead, the Southern Poverty Law Center will embrace more fully for the first time our name, Southern. And we are now opening in Alabama and in our other states across the Deep South, state offices that will work in deep partnership with community, with local folks, to organize, to innovate, and to push for racial equity in our home. It's important for us to acknowledge that this has not been the practice of the SPLC in the past. This is a new venture for us. But moving forward, we are committed to centering communities of color and lifting up the voices, the needs, and the priorities of the people that we seek to serve. To do this, the SPLC made the decision to launch new state offices to serve as connective points between the organization and the people. To be alongside communities as we face the unique challenges experienced here in the Deep South. We opened our first office in Mississippi last year in 2022, and we're so thrilled to be opening the Alabama State Office, which is going to be located in a rural part of our state, where for too long, communities have lacked support or investment. They've been left behind by the powers that be. Of course, this next stage is even more exciting because of who will be at the helm. It is our great fortune to see Tafeni English-Relf serve as the director of this new state office. As you've already heard from Leisha, Tafeni has led in many roles in her career as an advocate, as an organizer, as a community service provider. But what ties them all together is her clear passion for working in partnership with communities to support and develop her home state of Alabama. She has a profoundly personal connection to the work. She lives and breathes the spirit of generosity and resilience and movement building that inspires our region. When somebody loves their place, it shows. And Tafeni loves her state of Alabama. Thank you all for being here to commemorate this special day and join us for this occasion.
It is my privilege and it is my honor to have been selected to lead the Alabama State Office for Southern Poverty Law Center. In the words of W.E. Du Bois, as the South goes, so goes the nation. As someone who cares deeply about this state, cares deeply about Alabama, and as a woman, a Black woman, born and raised here, it holds a special place in my heart, and I am thrilled to be leading the state of Alabama under SPLC's umbrella in its next advancement and progression. It's funny because we know we all, when we're growing up, and we have these stories of what we will do when we leave. And growing up in small town Alabama, there's not one person in my circle that said, I'm leaving because there's nothing here. I always knew that I would leave, but I also knew that I would leave, but my presence would still be felt. Because even in leaving, I always had the state of Alabama in mind. And wherever my foot landed, I was going to do my best to make sure that people knew that there were needs in Alabama that were oftentimes unmet. Growing up in rural Alabama, I also know that our needs are often rendered invisible to the rest of the state. And I want to be a part of that change. We will build on our strengths. We will increase our impact, and we will make Alabama better for all people. In times like these, it is especially important to be clear about our goals, about our strategies, who we are, and what it is that we want to accomplish. The mission of Southern Poverty Law Center is to be a catalyst for racial justice in the South and beyond, working in partnership with communities to dismantle white supremacy, strengthen intersectional movements, and advance the human rights of all people. We've identified 4 impact goals: strengthening democracy, denormalizing white supremacy, decarcerating and decriminalizing communities of color, and eradicating poverty by expanding access to opportunity and eliminating racial economic inequality. Just so you all know, those are all big for me. But as I think about our rural communities, eradicating poverty, strengthening our democracy, and living in a place where our Black and brown children aren't intimidated by the legal system that continues to evolve in various different ways, those are all important to me. These issues are very present in our state, even though others are fighting to tell us that they're not. Even when they tell us that even discussing the issues are divisive in themselves, they are not. They are issues that are important to all of us, and they are often overlooked and unresolved. But we want an Alabama where everyone thrives. I look forward to working with local leaders. In this new role, I look forward to meeting Alabamians where they are and finding new ways to engage with communities. Going forward, there is much work to be done, but together, we can work to make our state a better place for everyone. This is my favorite thing to say. The future is us, and it will take all of us. And in the words of Ella Baker, those who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. Give people light, and they will find their way. Thank you, and I look forward to working with all of you.